Hello?
Hello?
Today we're going to be doing a very quick reaction video to a episode of a very quick show, Longbox of the Damned. For those who don't know, I'll quickly summarize it. Every October, Lewis Lovhaug, who's the host of Atop the Fourth Wall, plays Linkara, does a second comic book review show called Longbox of the Damned, where he plays a ghoul. He puts on a lot of makeup to play this character called Morate. Only he can pronounce it properly. And he puts out an episode of the show every single day in October, and occasionally in recent years in the summertime as well. And each episode is ranges from like 4 to 9, usually less than 10 minutes each. I really like the show, and the past 2 years Lewis has been doing contests where people can submit title card bumpers to play at the end of the episodes, and I've submitted each year, and the last 2 years I've been lucky enough to get picked, so that's been a blast. But other than getting picked, I just love watching these quick shows, and today we're going to watch the Longbox review of Night of the Living Dead, Just a Girl.
Yeah, I'm most familiar with the competition there. It's a nice way to engage with the fans, so I'm excited to see the original material today.
This is from a couple years ago, I believe. It's got a great intro.
Spooky. And he did this all himself?
I think the animation might be done by another person. There's the logo.
They're coming to get you, my children. The original Night of the Living Dead told us quite a bit about the characters trapped in the house, surrounded by zombies. But one story remains untold. Until now. Night of the Living Dead, Just a Girl, tells us the tale of young little Karen Cooper, who spent all of the movie resting in the basement, slowly succumbing to a zombie bite on her arm. She has had herself a very difficult life, my children. And such a life is not improved by the people upstairs shouting and arguing with one another. But perhaps we should start at the beginning, where her real mother died of pneumonia when she had to be put up for adoption. Where all the other children teased and mocked her for being too old for anyone to adopt. Until she finally was found by the Cooper family, letting her start a new life. Or so she thought. While her adoptive mother was supportive and loving, she was not able to contend with her father, who it turns out was always a cruel asshole. The situation in the house had not driven him to that state. Her mother wanted a daughter. Her father wanted help at the dry cleaning store. And it seems she could do nothing right at the business. Every mistake was always her fault. She did something wrong on a job. She distracted him. She took too long. But she was just a girl, so how could it be her fault? And her mother was no help, never speaking up in her defense, never attempting to protect her from his furious outbursts. Until finally they went on a car trip to a new town, hoping Mr. Cooper could get a job at a clothing factory, and a new life would begin for them. But they were running late because she couldn't find her beloved doll. And then the living dead attacked. I'm sure in Cooper's mind she's somehow responsible for these two. Of course, just to really show what kind of an asshole Cooper was, he was ready to abandon her when she got attacked. But her mother went and got her, and they retreated to the basement. And finally, Karen remembered it all. With crystal clarity, she remembered all of the pain, all of the suffering her adoptive parents had caused, either abuse or neglect. And finally, she decided to rip from Cooper's body what he had stolen from her. Her soul! Night of the Living Dead, Just a Girl has interesting ideas and not so interesting ideas. I personally prefer to believe that Mr. Cooper was was driven to his asshole behavior by the situation, showing once and for all his true colors. However, we must also consider that the zombie plague was affecting the girl's mind, too. After all, the artwork doesn't seem to reflect things entirely accurately when it comes to people's appearances. Perhaps this is a different perspective on how the zombies operate. They do not eat the flesh of the living out of hunger, but rather their craving is just to reclaim some semblance of humanity. They're coming to get you, my children! But maybe it's not for the reasons you think.
Old company or brand he used to be with.
Mm-hmm.
So, now you've watched an episode of Longbox that didn't include something I made. What do you think?
That's different. So that's based on a comic book instead of a movie, so that's one of the first differences.
Yeah, Lewis is really good at reviewing comics, and I'm not a regular comic book reader. I read a comic book every now and then, but watching his shows, Longbox and The Top of the Fourth Wall, really got me to respect the format.
Mm.
And he's a very talented entertainer, does a good job on his regular show, and he's really good at getting into the Morate character.
Yeah, I think it really pulls you in by including a lot of the, the scenes from the comic book itself, so that's a good effective tool.
Yeah, and lessens the chance of content ID shit.
True.
How do you think he looks in all the makeup and stuff?
That's pretty scary, pretty spooky. Sets the mood with the setting behind him.
Yeah, and it has a good setup with the props, good Halloween props.
And the intro really does make it. I really like that intro.
Yeah, walking through the cemetery, dun dun dun, creepy smile.
Yeah, setting the mood.
When he started doing the summer long box of the dams, he opened it by coming out as Morate and wearing a Hawaiian shirt.
Oh.
Going, "What? It's summer. I always dress for the occasion." He says that he loves doing long box, but doing that voice can really get up.
As I can imagine with the number of takes he probably has to do.
Yeah. And believe it or not, Lewis announced, I think early this year or late last year, he wrote a script for a whole movie starring the Morate character.
Oh.
So, good luck with that, dude.
Should be intriguing.
Hope you can still talk.
Yeah.
How does the comic story, like showing the backstory of the Night of the Living Dead character, look to you?
Well, I like the spin on it that they gave here with the female character.
Yeah, like, I never would have thought to make a story about the little girl, Karen, but it's interesting. It's almost like a fan fiction thing brought to life with very good artwork.
And the different angle with the zombies' motivations.
Yeah, and the Cooper family, they come in like in the middle of the original Night of the Living Dead, and you can only assume what their home life is like. Like, it's established that the mother and father don't have the best marriage. But in the film, they did appear a little more caring than this comic implied.
Yeah. A little bit more black and white, or a little less black and white than the comic portrays, yeah.
In a black and white movie.
Yeah.
This is one of my favorite long boxes to watch from the older ones. And just thought it'd be a good thing to watch with you, considering it's the spooky season.
Yes.
And Longbox is going on right now, and you want to see more, check out the archives, or go to Lewis's channel and check him out every day this month.